So let's talk about how do we change behavior. Let's take a simple analogy. There is a boy and he has a home and he wants to go home, but he lives in the woods. So every night he goes home the same way. It's a simple pathway, it's what he's done every time, and he follows that pathway home. It works, it's his preferred path. But one night it's storming and he needs to get home quicker. So he looks through the woods and he sees a shorter path. He decides to take it. The path is hard to walk, it's full of briars, it's very difficult to get through, but it gets him home quicker. So every night he decides that he's going to walk that path. The more he walks the path, the easier it is to walk. So it then, over time, after using the path, becomes his preferred pathway home. Now, let's take this same analogy and transfer it to a challenging behavior. So let's say the same boy, when he is angry, he hits. And this is his pathway home. In other words, hitting meets the need of being angry. It works for him. It releases cortisol, it's effective, it communicates effectively, probably not appropriately, but it's effective. So it's his preferred path. He takes it. Well, he comes to school and someone makes him angry and he hits someone, and the teacher says, "No, you cannot hit. I want you to," and puts in a strategy in place for hitting. Another strategy that hopefully is physical, such as turning and walking away. And we want the strategy to be physical because if the original strategy is physical, that means it's meeting a need that when he's angry, he needs a physical release. It can be scaffolded to a different type of anger strategy down the road, but our first step is to ensure a different pathway that will replace hitting. So we tell the boy, "You cannot hit. When you feel angry, turn and walk. Turn and walk away." And while he's turning and walking, hopefully the teacher will be able to walk beside him and talk through why that anger was there. Now, here's where challenging behaviors get tough because we think practice makes permanent in the brain, and it does. But practice makes permanent doesn't mean we do it till we get it right. It actually means we do it till we can't get it wrong. And what that means is the behavior becomes automatic. What that means is the behavior becomes the preferred pathway. So, how many times does it take to build a new pathway and make the new pathway the preferred pathway? Well, what we know is for that pathway to become effective and useful, it has to be myelinated, and that to be myelinated fully takes around 2,000 times. This is why building new brain pathways or teaching and discipline is not easy. Building new pathways in the brain is tough and it takes time. Anything that promises a short term turnaround is not long term in the brain because we have to practice to make it permanent. And again, we don't practice till we get it right. We practice till we can't get it wrong. And this is why also some teachers get frustrated because children will start a new strategy and do it right for multiple days. And then they may have a slip up. They may go back to an old pathway, an old strategy that's not acceptable. That does not mean they failed. All it means is that they're human. And so what we do is we pull them back to the new pathway we're building and we keep reinforcing it until it becomes preferred, until it becomes permanent. I hope this helps.